What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with the hottest basketball NBA analysis live on Analysis Play on a course exclusively on YouTube. And we're going to talk about the hottest news today. And there's a lot of the similar things we've been saying and we've been seeing that might or might not happen. Some rumors and some things that just need some updates on for today. And one of the things that comes up first is Javante Green and the Detroit Pistons are finalizing a 1 year deal. In 68 total games last season, Green averaged 5 points, 3.2 rebounds. The 6'5" guard forward has also played for the Boston Celtics and the Chicago Bulls during the 6 year NBA career that he had so far. And signing Green will bring the Pistons to 14 players on a standard contract for the upcoming season. Detroit has one open spot for the regular season and is over 20 million under the luxury tax. So no matter who they get, they still gonna have a good chance to get somebody decent, or they're gonna have a good chance to make a trade during the season to get somebody that can probably help them out, which we kind of understood and we kind of expected because there's no rush to really get anybody old, or there's no rush to really get anybody that's not really necessary because your starters, Jalen Ivey, Cade, and obviously Jalen Duran and a little bit Duncan Robinson and guys like that, they already under contract, they already signed up. So now it's just about trying guys that may or not work, and that's how it's going to be. Even if you pay a lot of money to a particular guy, but they don't really see nobody out there that they're crazy over. So it makes sense not to splurge when you don't really have to. So that's one thing we have seen the Pistons do this offseason is make the moves that make the most sense for roster wise and just try to be more healthier than you were last year. And maybe you just win more games just because of that. You never know. Nothing is guaranteed, but it's a good strategy to use going into the regular season. Jonathan Kuminga has communicated to those close to him that he would prefer to sign the Golden State 7.9 qualifying offer rather than their current 2 year, $45 million offer, which was reported a couple weeks ago. Basically, is a funny way of saying I want out as that's my only option. My only option is to leave. My only option is not, you know, to be with this team, even if they can sign me and trade me, which is going to be tough to do it when he signs that 2 year contract that they offer him. He looks at it like, even if I had to take this deal just to take less money this year, it's still worth it because I want to leave that bad. So, they really rubbed him the wrong way. They really made him feel a certain way. And it's starting to show with how he's talking and how he's going about it that he wants to leave as quick and as fast as he can, even if he has to take less money. So, Kuminga doesn't want such a team-friendly deal, and as the possibility of being traded mid-season is unappealing to him, that's another reason why he feels that way. Kuminga has been seeking a contract this offseason where he would be clearly valued as a long-term building block, either with the Warriors or another team. If talks continue to stall, Kuminga has until October 1st to sign a qualifying offer. And like I said, he did have offers from Sacramento and from the Phoenix Suns that they wanted to possibly pay him, the $90 million, and it just didn't work out. It just didn't, get done because Golden State just don't want to do it. They rather, try to find a way to keep him on a decent contract than let him go for really peanuts and a Coke. But we know how that can be because the Warriors have lost a lot of talent. They lost Jordan Poole, Kevin Durant. They have lost Kuminga, it seems like, too, and they lost Klay Thompson. So they have lost some really good players the last couple years, but they still continue to build around Stephen Curry, who is one of the greatest players ever. And he's still showing in that he has a lot of game left. And he also has Jimmy Butler and Draymond, two-way players. And he put the right pieces around them, maybe they can have a little bit of success. And they showed that last year in the playoffs and after the trade deadline when they got Jimmy Butler that they can be one of the best teams in the league. And you know, Kuminga said, I don't want to be a part of this. I don't want to have nothing to do with this team no more. I don't want to have nothing to do with this organization no more. Even if I got to take less money to get out of here. And it's just sad to see that, but that's how he feels, and that's the way he wants to go about it, and he has the right to do it because it is his contract and it is his career, and you want to take as much control over it as you can. But Al Horford is still expected to sign with the Warriors while retirement hasn't really been fully ruled out. Horford would likely to sign with the Warriors at the center position, which would allow Draymond Green to decrease his regular season load at the position. Obviously, Al Horford showed that he can still be a floor spacing big that can play defense in the post and obviously around the rim. And that's what the Warriors need. Obviously, they only have Quentin Post right now. He's a solid center, but Al Horford is more experienced, even though he might be older and a little slower. But he's just still a strong guy that can space the floor, hit the mid range, hit the three, and knock down free throws. And he's a decent rebounder still. So they're looking at it like he can really be a difference maker for us on a decent contract, and it's mutual. So that's the best part about that news is that they still have a guy that a lot of people like and a lot of people want, but he's still committed to possibly being a Warrior amongst other teams. And that's a bright spot, honestly. But Al Horford is 39, and he will continue to sit out half of backup to backs in the schedule, but he will likely be a part of Steve Kerr's best five-man rotations. Horford could also help unlock Jonathan Kuminga should the restricted free agent resign. And, he is an unselfish guy. He sets good screens. He makes good passes, especially if you're a cutter, which Kuminga is. That would be something that can be very tough for opponents to guard, especially when they still have Buddy Hield and Steph on the perimeter getting ready to launch threes. Just in any way you make a mistake, they just gonna kick it out to those guys and they're gonna make a decent play. The Kings, for the Russell Westbrook fans, is considered the team that's going to sign him. We knew that a couple weeks ago. It was either is he going to go back to OKC? Is he going to go to Denver? Is he going to go to the Kings? We don't really know yet, but it's looking like the team that has the best chance of getting him is the Kings, and that's unfortunate because most people want to see Russell Westbrook win a championship, and I don't believe the Kings are a team that's going to be able to do that. So he's just going to be playing basketball for another year, and that's going to suck for the Westbrook fans because, he's going to be in the NBA. He's going to show that he can still help a team, but at the same time, the Kings are in that situation where they might be a play-in tournament team again, and that's about it. And that sucks when you're trying to get a championship before you retire. It's good and a blessing to be in the NBA because you're doing what you love for a living, and you still can help a team that wants you, and that's always good to see and always good to know. But you still rather have a team that you feel confident that can be a championship caliber team by the end of the season. And I just don't see the Sacramento Kings being that. If Westbrook signs with the Kings, he will be on his sixth team in 7 seasons, which is insane. Westbrook declined his player option to become a free agent this offseason. In 75 games with the Denver Nuggets, he averaged 13 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists in 27 minutes, which was really good to see that he still had a lot left in the tank. The Westbrook was served in a bench role with the Kings backing up Dennis Schroeder. The Kings roster is now in flux following their trade last season of De'Aaron Fox, who was a guy that really helped that team achieve some of the things that they haven't really did in a while. But he wanted out to go play with Wemby in the Spurs, which you can't really blame him because that team is going up and the Kings are stuck. But it happens. Kai Jones works out for the Miami Heat. Jones was the 19th overall pick in the 2021 draft out of Texas by the Charlotte Hornets. And now he's gone, and the Heat are trying to see what he can bring for them to the table. And it looks like he's going to be ready because he averaged 5 points and 3 rebounds in 11 minutes for the Los Angeles Clippers and the Dallas Mavericks, and he played 40 games last season with them. So he shows that he can score a little bit and he can also help on the boards, and that's good to know. Other than that, no other big news besides Cam Thomas being interested in signing a $6 million qualifier offer from the Brooklyn Nets. The 23-year-old will be an unrestricted free agent next summer if he does that. So he basically can sign and go to any team that's interested in paying him the money that him and his agent wants. The Nets have not made any progress in attempts to keep Thomas on a long-term deal. The team thus far has offered Cam Thomas a deal in the range of 2 years, $14 million. Thomas is looking for a contract in the range of $30 million per season. Thomas did average, though, 24 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists last season, showing you that he can score at the NBA level. May not be the greatest defender, may not be the greatest passer, but he is a guy that has, the scoring side of the basketball figured out. He can hit the three. He can, cause a lot of attraction because he can score, especially in one-on-one situations. And the guy can finish. The guy can get to the free throw line. The guy can also hit a mid-range and hit a step back three and all these type of things. And I got a breakdown on Cam Thomas already on my channel to show all the things he can do, and that makes him special as a basketball player. But he's still working on his all-around game. He's still working on his efficiency, and he's still working on his playmaking as a potential combo guard. And teams are going to be interested in him, but I don't know if it's going to be for $30 million per season. But at least he wants to try and see if it is somebody out there that does want him enough to pay him that much money. Other than that, the Celtics waived Miles Norris. That's something that they did. And the last thing we do see is that the Jazz is likely to keep Georges Niang after just getting them in the trade. So, now we know that the Kings have a guy that they want to keep this season, and he's only on an aspiring deal anyway, so they'll have to be committed to him anyway. And we'll see what they do with him during the season and also in possibly the off season. Other than that, that's all the news and my analysis on it. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for supporting the channel. Thank y'all for continuing to come back. Thank y'all for supporting me in the past, the present, and also hopefully in the future. And all I can say is I make basketball conversation just like this, and also do breakdowns with real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and all the future stars. And also do my draft and draft cover. Plus, I got over 3,000 videos already on my channel that you can watch and you can enjoy. Not only that, I also upload videos each and every day. So you love NBA content, you can't get enough. You want more, one more, and one more. This is a channel that always feeds you and giving you something to watch and enjoy too on a daily basis. Not only that, y'all stay blessed up. Thank y'all for appreciating the content for what it is. And I love y'all for that. And also thank y'all for being there for me through the ups and downs of this channel, coming and going, inconsistency issues. But you guys stay fans. You guys stay wanting to see more content from me. And that's all I can really ask y'all for as fans on this channel. Anyway, other than that, y'all stay blessed up. Peace. And I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. And I'm gone for now, but see you guys later is the goal. Peace out.